What's up, guys? It's Ben10000YJ again, and you're watching another episode of the Structure Deck Wars. Stick around. Alright, guys, so this is the episode number 16 of the Structure Deck Wars. If you're new to this series on my channel, basically this series is a series where I am comparing one structure deck versus another, not three of a kind, just one and one, 1v1, and the ultimate goal of this experiment is to determine which is the actual strongest Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck. So far, we've had a lot going on. We've had, round one of this whole tournament has completed. Now we have in the second episode of round two. And we have Invincible Fortress versus Wave of Light. So let's see what's gonna take in the fight. Will it be these high defense rock monsters, or will the angels say smite? Let's find out, guys. guys, there you have it. Another close match. Guys, we literally had to go 5 rounds to determine what the winner of this was. And this is insane, right? You basically... Alright, so as you guys can see, we have the loser on the up here around me now, right now. And the reason we do that is we always talk about the loser first. So, let's explain, first of all, before I get into anything, first of all, this was a close game. This really could have went either way, because each deck has, like, I don't know how to really describe it. Each deck has its own gives and takes. Both of these decks are highly defensive decks, but the ultimate reason why the Rock deck did not win against the Counter Fairy deck is one of the big reasons why. And looking at the Rock deck, one of their issues is their boss monster is they have 2 boss monsters, but the deck is really designed around the wrong one. So the first boss monster is Exod, Master of the Guard, and the second one is Mega Rock Dragon. Mega Rock Dragon is the beater of the deck, and Exod is your other beater because you combo it with Sword and Shield or with the Great Spirit here. So you have powerful beaters, but their primarily thing is this is a defense-based deck. So because they were pitted against Wave of Light, and Wave of Light has Sanctuary in the Sky. Now, Sanctuary in the Sky says you can't take damage, right? So, as you guys probably saw, there was one of the replays where they have both their field spells out. Canyon says if you attack a defense monster, you take double damage. Now, the fairies have monsters that are big enough to get over these high defense monsters, so that may not necessarily play a role. However, that being said, one of the key cards that allows this deck to win is negated by the fact that they don't take damage easily. The fairy deck doesn't take damage. So, ultimately what we have here is we have these guys who are basically defenders. They're not attack-based cards. Basically what you have to do is, what you want to do is you want to get like a bunch of defense monsters, right, that your opponent can't attack. And then you would go, okay, shield and sword, switch them all to attack, and then attack them. But unfortunately, their boss monster is just too hard to get out. Exod, the Master of the Guard, you need a Sphinx monster. Now, you have 3 Sphinx monsters, and one of them is easier to get to, which is the Cryo Sphinx. However, that being said, the Cryo Sphinx is, for lack of a better term, you only can get it out with Giant Rat. And battle searching just isn't as good as it used to be. Now, the other part of this is that this deck just, I mean, the one thing it had going for it was it had powerful spells and traps. It had 2 ban cards, which I think partly allowed it to keep up ish. But the truth is, the Rock deck is just too slow. It doesn't do what it needs to do. If this one was centered around Mega Rock Dragon, it would have a shot. But though ultimately one of its issues is it's too slow, and it's a defense-based deck. Now, if we come over to the Wave of Light structure deck, it also is a defensive-based deck. Now, it did have one weakness, as you guys saw. It has a lot of high levels. So if you keep drawing high levels and no way to get them on the field, you lose. But this deck had one key advantage over the other one in this department, and that was it had the ability to go plus, it had speed, it also had, you know, monsters that could easily get over these powerful defense monsters. Obviously, in this game, this particular matchup was battle-based. So basically, these guys went hammering at each other, and the Angels, frankly, just had the beefy attack points to get over all the Rock monsters' defense. And every time they do this, each of the Parshafts would inflict damage or allow pluses. And this deck can throw out any of the 3 Parshath monsters really fast. So, ultimately, also, the counter traps were counter traps. They're better defensive traps than what the Rock deck had available to it to help it going. Like, Ordeal of a Traveler, sure, had its moments where it kept the Angels at bay, but that was only a temporary solution. Also, luck plays a factor, and the truth is, Angels were just luckier. So ultimately, guys, I gotta say, like, this was a very surprising matchup. I thought, to be honest, guys, I thought Wave of Light was just gonna walk in and just slap these guys silly, and they actually had to go, like, it went Wave, rock, wave, rock again, and then I was like, oh crap, and then light took it. The light took it. And in that last replay, as you guys saw, they barely took it. So there you go, guys. The winner of this is Wave of Light. They will be going on to the next round. Alright guys, so I hope you guys are enjoying the Structure Deck Wars. If you are, give me one of these. And if you're new here, considering subscribing to the Ben 10,000 of YGO channel. I am your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh! Superhero, and I'll see you next time. Peace.